I do think it's important for me to be clear when something comes from the board, which means that I'm the one who ultimately can change it, and when something comes beyond the board, just so you know that there are other people you might need to speak to. So I'm very upfront whenever I speak. If I can do something, I will take it, and you'll hear me say, okay, I'll take that back. The nutrition policy isn't a board policy. It is a board policy, but it had to come from a provincial policy. So every single school in the province of Ontario must follow that policy. And so it doesn't mean you shouldn't have a voice, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't utilize some of the avenues that are open to students. And I think that, where is our student trustee who's here today? Judy? There you go. Is on the Provincial Student Trustees Association. Why don't you stand up and wave to everybody? And the reason why I put you on the spot is because when we, as the director, I sometimes get what's called a policy memorandum sent to me from the province, the Ministry of Education. And in that, it will tell us sometimes what we have to do. Now, I don't think anybody in this room would argue with the foundation or the reason for why that particular expectation has come down to us from the province, because they want us to be healthier, and they want us to be more active, and they want us to be living happy and long lives, and all that very important good stuff. That's what the reason is. That's why it's been worked on for years. And that's why every school in the province of Ontario is expected to do some of the things that you are experiencing. Now, within that expectation, and then Judy, you're going to get the microphone in a second. Within that expectation from the province, which tells us that we have to do the following 20 things maybe, we might have some room to adjust and to review and to make some changes. So it's not that I don't want to hear your voice, but I just want to be clear that some things come from the board, which means they can be changed in Hamilton, and some things come from the province, which means that we are one of 72 boards who might have an opinion about it, but the power to change it isn't simply by you asking me to bring something to the trustees locally, and a different decision comes from that. Judy, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to add that even on the provincial level, students do have a say on what's happening. So what we did in May as part of the Ontario Student Trustees is we held a survey with 10 questions for all students on one of the questions was, do you feel like your school is providing you with healthy options? Are these healthy options urging you to make healthier choices? And we only had about half the students who said that they were. So what we're doing is we're sending what the students say up to the ministry, so they will listen to your voices and your recommendations. And we are going to do another survey later on this year, so it's just, you can get your voice out, even on the provincial level.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that. And is it something that is accessible and kids know where to find it and know who to turn to and know where to go? Thank you for that.